go from a drawing. So I'll just show you what I mean. To go from a drawing, which is like that, to a final product like that. Okay, and to do that, we're going to use TextSoft 2D. So just go like that, and to get this image here, I just want to show you how to do it. Obviously, you need to scan your drawing, and then if you go to go here, so I've got the image there, and I'm going to use print screen, or you could use the snipping tool on your laptop, and it's important to go right at the corner here. Now this is the sheet I'm going to give you. It's going to have this kind of pre-drawn base for you to put your designs on. So you just need to make sure that you go right to the edge here, and I'll explain why in a minute. And then go right to the edge there on the right hand side, but also obviously go so you get all of your design. So it's exactly the same. Copy to clipboard, and then go to here, and that's where I pasted it there. So you go like that, right hand click on the mouse, paste, and there's your drawing. Right, so I'm just going to delete that because I've actually already done it. So there we go, that's on there. Now it's not necessarily the right size, so the next thing to do is to find out how big the base is going to be. So what I've got here is an orthographic drawing. You can see that that's the view that's on your sketch drawings, and that's the height of it. It's 105, and the width across here is 200. So 200 by 105. So let's just get rid of that. Yeah, which one do I need? That one. Okay, so use the rectangle tool and make sure that you've got the grid lock on, and we're just going to make a rectangle. Doesn't matter where you draw it, and the place to look for the numbers is down here. So remember, it was 200 wide, that's 200, and 105. There you go. Now if you find that difficult to get it to that exact number, just zoom in a bit and you'll find it a lot easier. Because I've got the step lock on, it's particularly easy. So that's the right size. And as you can see, the drawing is the wrong size now. So let's move that down to there, and then we can put this into that corner there, like that. And I'm going to take the grid lock off so I can get it lined up. Now it doesn't have to be exact, but just get it as close as you can, and then I'm going to stretch it out. Now if you pull the side out, all you're going to do is just stretch it, and it's out of proportion. So don't do that. Take this up here, and if you use the right hand button on the mouse, you'll find that you can keep it in proportion like that. So click on the left. Right, now it's the right size. And now we can start drawing and copying the things off it. And you can see how this person, Marianne, she did that. So now on her drawing, that's kind of a circle, but it'd be better if we did it exactly a circle. So I'm going to use the circle tool, and I'm going to try and guess the middle. Looks about there. And then maybe a little bit bigger, a bit smaller. Yep, that's good. It's a bit difficult to see this, so if you select your image and go to bitmap and go to enable transparency, you'll find it's a bit easier to see. You could also change the line to a colour that you can see, but you just have to make sure you change it back afterwards. That looks a little bit clearer. There we go. Now let's have a look at the final design here. So we've got a rocket here, and we've got a person here, and we've got stars there. So there's actually a star tool. Go to there. There we go. Draw a star. We can. I can't remember how many points she had. I'm going to do 8. Now we can do it like that. Go, and it wants to be about that big. And actually 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5-pointed star, but okay, I'm going to leave it like this. There you go, I've got one there. To copy it, I can do that, put another one there. Okay, so I can do all the stars. Now what about the rocket? Well, that's going to, let's have a look at what she actually did. Yes, it was one design and, one shape, and these were engraved into the plywood that it was laser cut out of. And so, and she changed the number of windows. So as you can see, as I'm drawing these pieces, they're actually drawing to the right size, which will mean that we can just go ahead and laser cut them, and it will come out the size, and it'll be as you planned. Right, so what about how to draw this? Well, I think I'm going to use this. Now, if you choose the closed Bezier curve, that means it ties up the two ends and it will definitely laser cut. If you use the open one and you leave the two ends open for some reason, mistake, whatever, it will never laser cut. It will still be connected to the bit of material that it's laser cut out of. So I'm going to choose the closed one, and I'm just going to go in here and put some points in. So you might have done this before. You don't have to put many points in, just enough to make the shape. Oh, that looks a bit fiery, that, doesn't it? Let's put a few in there. Okay, and then to finish, double click, and there's a shape. Not quite exactly the right size, so go to select it, and down the bottom here, the picture's covering it, start edit, and then you can change get the points in the right place first, so like that, and then get the handles and drag them. So you click on them and then let go and click again to plant it there. What about this? Well, this is going to have to go like that, so it's more fiery, I think. Right, I haven't got enough points there, no problem. Click on that and add node. There we go, so I've got another one there, and now I can. Okay, so you can add nodes, you can delete them. If you want to delete a bit of line, you can do that. And delete segment on the right hand side there, and so on. Once you're happy with it, just click somewhere else on the screen, and there's your shape. Now for cutting out, the color needs to be blue, and it needs to be that blue there. And remember, the window was engraved, and that line across there was engraved, and that's so that she could stain the wood one color. What did she do? She did red there and grey here, so she can do this as a different color. With ink, when you're staining wood, it runs into the wood, into the grain of the wood, and it doesn't stop. By putting an engraved line across there, it'll stop, and you'll be able to have a nice transition from one color to the other, and it looks really neat. So I'm going to use circle here to put this circle in here, and I'm going to do another circle. I want it in the center of that circle. There's a very interesting tool here. It's called the attach tool. If you double click on it, you can go center of circle or arc. Got all sorts of things like intersections, end of a line, middle of a line. Okay, so this one's already activated, so that's okay. So when I choose the circle and I put it approximately, so can you see that square there? So it's approximately in the middle. It'll go to exactly to the middle of the circle. I'm going to zoom in, and then I'm going to come out. There's my window across there. That's the window. And now I want kind of a curved line here. Well, I could do it with a line like this. This time I need to take the attach tool off, and then I'm going to put a line in here. I'm just going to put it across there like that. Okay, obviously it's not straight, is it? And also it's sticking out there. So I think what I'm going to do first is use the delete tool to delete that and that away. And then I'm going to select that. If you go down to start edit again, you can select the line and to curve. Now I can get this into a curve. Like that. Okay, and that colour, because it's engraved, and also this colour and this colour, using the right hand button on the mouse so I can select more than one thing. That needs to be in green for engrave. There we go. Alright, now I need to select all these pieces now and group them together. That's really important because when I put all the pieces together for the whole class, if I leave a little bit of the window behind by mistake, it could be a disaster. So I'm going to use the right hand. No, I think I'm just going to use the selection box like that. I'm going to go to. Actually, I do want that. Yep. I'm going to go to File and let's group. With it group. There we go. It's Control G as well. Nice. Could have done it on the keyboard. Control G. So if I just drag this out here, there's my drawing. It's grouped together. Obviously I didn't finish all this, but you get the idea. You can see how you can do the other shapes. There's my rocket. Now for the Earth here, that required a little 2 screws to fix it to the wood on the back. So that required a 3mm hole diameter, 3mm. So I can draw that, and I know where to put it because if I look here, this is the top of the wood. So I actually need to have it here. So I'm going to double click on the circle. I'm going to put a radius 1.5, so that'll give me a diameter of 3. And I'm going to put that circle so it's got to be there. Okay, and that will guarantee that it matches up with the wood behind it. You need to have 2, one on the other side. Oh, I've got the size right. Undo that. I think you could do this, or you could just copy the one you did before. So 1.5, and we're going to put it inside the circle and inside the rectangle. So it's this rectangle. There's the wood there, and this is the circle edge here. Right. Then I need to group those together. So use the right hand button on the mouse. Okay, Control G. There we go. Oh, actually that's wrong. So undo. You can use the undo tool because it's a circle and these little circles I need to group together. Control G. So I use the undo tool, which is really useful there. Okay, so once I've done that, I think also the land needs to be done. You see that's done in 2 different coloured bits of acrylic. So that was cut out. There's a little bit of a gap here, and that's because the shape didn't match up exactly. Now, if you want to do like a collection of acrylic pieces and wood as well, you need to allow for the fact that the laser beam has a thickness to it, and you lose a bit. But if you need to do that, I can explain it. Anyway, so I've grouped that together. Imagine I've done the map as well. We can put that over there, and that's ready to go. So is it the right colour? No, it's not. So they're all cut colours, so I can select all that and change it for blue. There we go. So blue for cut, green for engrave. And there we are. We can do the other ones as well. Okay, I'm going to stop.